Welcome to Recycling in Lunacy with Love, Joanna. And here I am in episode 6, sitting in front of my outdoor library. How fantastic to have an outdoor library. And this library was created by my dear friend, Nikki Wellington, wonderful artist, who was the artist who mosaicked my beautiful, glorious boot. And Nikki has taken a whole series of books, recycled them, she's glued them together, she's painted them, they've got amazing titles, and she's put them on these shelves as an outdoor library. Now, the titles are quite diverse. This one is A Dome Sitter's Diary by
Excuse me, Joe, do you have beach yoga by Bent Over?
Shh, Scott, this is a library. Now, you probably won't believe this, but I was actually a librarian. Yes, I was. I was a librarian for 2 very long years. I gained a diploma of librarianship and I became a teacher librarian. And I spent every day of those long 2 years immersed in books. I bought them, I catalogued them, I shelved them, I mended them, and I also had to undergo that awful ancient card borrowing system of the 70s. So after 2 years, I decided that I had really had enough. And I left Australia and I flew to Israel and worked on a kibbutz. And fortunately in Israel, I couldn't read any books there because they were all in Hebrew. After a while, when I finally came home, I joined 2 publishing companies, one after the other. And it was then I started to write my own books. I had my first book published in 1987, and it was a children's book written in rhyme, and it was called The Hilton Hen House. And it's actually based on a real hen house that was built by the McMurray family many years ago. They lived in Sherbrooke in Victoria. And this wonderful hen house was built by Rob McMurray, and he became the main character to my book. And we all went to the opening that was held at their place. And I went as a chook, I think. So after the opening of this wonderful Hen's Hilton, I went home and I wrote this book in one night. And I love writing in rhyme. So this was my first book in rhyme. And the illustrator John Forrest was found by the publishing company, and it was his first book as well. And that's why I'm sitting here emblazoned in chooks, because I had a wonderful friend, Helen Samuel, who designed and created and made my chook outfit. So this is now actually, over 50 years old. This is a very old book. And later on down the track, another publishing company made my book into a large one. So there's a great larger version. And it is about a story of Farmer McMurray, who built many rooms in the house, in the Hilton Hen house, for all the animals and his family. And at the end, it turned out to look just like this. John made a wonderful illustration of the final Hilton Hen house. So here is the hen house that he created. And I thought, Joanna, why not make a 3D version of the actual Hilton Hen house? And so I did. Now, I found this doll's house in a garage sale, and I actually had it for quite a long time. And one day I was looking at it and I thought, it has just the same perspective as the Hilton Hen house. I looked at it for quite a while and I thought, I think I can make that into a 3D version of my book. So if you compare the two, I think it looks quite similar. And I had someone make the sign for it as well. So I put myself in the top, because it is good to have yourself in things, isn't it? I put myself hanging out of the window to include lunacy. And then here, when you open the doors, you enter each room of the Hilton Hen house of my book. There they all are. They're all there in their rooms, the animals who wanted rooms, and even at the top section, so I have a reminder in 3D form. I often open these doors and I can just step into the realm of my Hilton Hen house. I've also kept a few chooks from my huge chook collection that I had many years ago. These are African chooks, or they're from Africa, and they're recycled plastic bags, and they were made by children. Absolutely fascinating, amazing what you can do with plastic. They're beautiful. They were given to me by a friend. So I've got a bit of multicultural chooks in my house. This is Bunty from Chicken Run. I think it's a radio, but I think people have pressed the eggs so many times. I don't think Bunty works as well anymore. And I've got Mother Clucker. People like Mother Clucker. Then this is me in my youth as a chook. I often look at this version of me in that beautiful red dress and think back in time, because now I'm probably verging more on the title of being an old boiler. It does occur to me it must be very painful laying an egg, but look, I don't have to think about that anymore. But I'm very happy to have become an author. I'm now at the ripe old age of 73, an author of 30 published books. So look, until next week, and next week I'm going to celebrate this wonderful life that I've had. I'm going to celebrate my 8th decade with you. Until then, goodbye, with love, Joanna.